Welcome to the State of the Wild pregame show. Be sure to catch the Wild game tonight up against the San Jose Sharks at 9:30 p.m.
There are 13 games left in the regular season, counting tonight's game against the San Jose Sharks at 9:30 p.m. The Wild are atop their division. They are third in the Western Conference currently, tied with Vancouver, but we are ahead of them in our division with 44 points. And San Jose has 42 points, so they're only 2 back on us, so we need this win. It would be big for us.
Yeah, it would. So, now we got a Wild practice update, April 2nd, which was yesterday. So Harding, who is still injured on reserve due to multiple sclerosis side effects, he was taking shots from the skaters, so that's good.
Yeah, it's good to see Harding taking shots, and hopefully he can be back soon. I know that medicine was messing him up pretty bad at first, so hopefully they found a new medicine that works better for him, and hopefully he'll be able to play hockey again soon at full speed. And big news for the Wild, Matt Cullen is going to be out for at least 2 games with a lower body that happened in the St. Louis Blues game on Monday. This is a quote by Mike Yeo. He's going to be out the next couple games. We don't anticipate that it is anything serious. We're hopeful that he's back very quickly. Having said that, somebody is going to have to step up, and we'll talk about that person next.
So, also, there's a possibility that Colin will be available to play in the Wild's game Sunday in Columbus.
Yep, against Columbus.
We need him. Alright, so now we're going to talk about how Larson was recalled from Houston. So the Minnesota Wild has recalled
Johan Larson from the Houston Aeros of the American Hockey League. He ranks first on the Aeros in games played and third in scoring, goals, and power play tallies. He is 6 foot, 198 pounds from Sweden.
Also, Larson was selected by Minnesota in the second round of the 2010 NHL entry draft. He wears sweater number 47 with the Wild.
So yeah, look for 47 tonight. So stats. The top 3 stats on our team, people with stats, are Koivu has 33 points, Parisi has 30 points, and Suter has 28 points. And stats aren't really that huge of a deal because it's a team effort, and everyone participates in some way. So it's just nice to know that sometimes. When you look at some of the plus minuses, one thing that looks pretty bad is Brodziak is a minus 13. Heatley, surprisingly, is a minus 12, which is pretty surprising. But,
They're good players to have, though, otherwise.
Good players.
So, yeah.
So, I'll talk about defensive zone coverage tonight for the Sharks. I think defensive zone coverage needs to be more tighter, and they shouldn't watch the puck. They need to, protect the front of the house, and they need to
protect those points as well.
Protect the points, yeah. Cover the points more. The power play, too, they need to try new things on the power play because I think teams are figuring us out, and they just need to try something new because, you can only do something for so long, before you get caught, and while they're getting caught right now on the power play because they need something new.
Yeah. So I was going to also mention the first line. That's our top line that we always play, of course. And on that top line, as you probably know, we have Parisi, Koivu, and Coyle for forwards. Koivu is our main man on that line. He has 33 points total.
9 goals and 24 assists for Koivu. So, it's obvious in his stats that he's setting people up for goals. And it's really nice to see. He can help his line mates out like that, setting them up.
And now with the second line, so now we got a top 2, second line. As you guys know as well, you probably know this. So we got Heatley, Brodziak, and Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck is our physical man for the forwards. And Heatley, he has the top points in this line. He has 20 points total.
Yep, 10 goals and 10 assists, so that balances out perfect 50-50. He's getting to the net and he's setting people up, so that's nice.
And now I think I'm going to go on with the third line. I'm just going to tell you guys about the lines here. So we got for forwards, Setaguchi, Larson, and Bouchard. So Setaguchi has the top points in this line. He has 23 points total.
12 goals and 11 assists, so it's almost just like Heatley. It's almost 50-50, so
Yeah.
he's getting to the net and he's setting people up, which is good.
And the last line, for forwards, we got Mitchell, Rupp, and Kanapa. So all good guys for a fourth line. They produce good stuff for fourth line. So our top man there is for points is going to be Mitchell. He has 7 points total, and of course it's not going to be up here, so that's good.
4
for fourth
goals
line.
and 3 assists for Mitchell. And I mean, they never score a lot of. They do a lot of the dirty work, you know. Like they'll keep it down in the zone so we can get a line change, you know, so we can get our first line out there. But it's nice to see that they can keep it down there and, you know, just help out the team that way and get physical sometimes when it's needed. And I mean, it's pretty cool. Kanaka has a bunny. I mean, most people don't have pets like that, but it's pretty cool. And then Mitchell, I mean, he's really good fourth line player. He adds speed to that line, so hopefully we can keep it going, you know.
Yeah. And I was going to talk about my opinion about the first two lines. The good top two lines produce lots of stuff for us. They're really good in the offensive zone. So, yeah, just good top two lines for this year.
So I think this game is against the Sharks, will be a confidence builder or I guess tear downer, whatever you want to call it. Just might tear them down if they lose, because I mean they need to get back to their old ways like they were at the beginning of the year and start scoring goals, you know, get those 4 or 5 goals a game, stuff like that. Just get back up to speed, get good breakouts out, tighten that defensive zone coverage up, go better on the power play. You can't go 0 for 5. I mean, the Rush just give it to you, you know, and you got to take advantage of those 5 power plays you get. So hopefully they can turn it around and everything, and we'll get a W. So you got anything else?
I was just gonna say wish them luck today.
Yeah, and we'll be watching that Johan Larsson closely tonight from the Arrow. So be sure to on our post game show. Be sure to give you what we saw from him and just what we saw from the different lines in power play. I'm gonna be watching that closely tonight in power play. I'm just curious to see if it's the same what they did before, if they're gonna make any changes, stuff like that. I always love watching the fourth line. See if they'll get in any fights or just make a difference in the game, change the energy.
So yeah,
and
hopefully,
you go.
Hopefully they can turn themselves around. That's the main thing that I'm hoping that they will do tonight. So yeah.
And 13 games left too. I mean, we need every win we can because we're obviously gonna make the playoffs unless we just bomb it.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Everybody else just goes, gets all the wins. But it'd be nice to stay in the top 3 in the conference. That way, going into the playoffs, we'll have a good shot to get past the first couple rounds at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's all we have for our pregame show for the Sharks. But be sure to catch us back here for the post game after the Sharks game, and
yeah.
Hopefully we get out on the win side and it'll be all good. So thanks guys, and we'll leave you with our final take, which we will do. It'll be a video of some sort from a Wild game, just something fun, It'll only be a little bit of time. So just be sure to watch that after all of our pregame and postgame shows.
So that's about it.
Go on.
Thanks for watching.